Well, good morning. Pam Neighbors here again. It's our coffee meeting that's becoming quite the thing. It's nice to see you guys. I want to talk a little bit about something. I have a lot of students call me and asking for help. And we've talked about different ways that we can help them, and we share information on here. We all have our trainings, and we exchange ideas. But in a perfect world, I think all of us would agree that an apprenticeship would be ideal. And we don't live in that place. It's probably never going to happen. There's a few people who will do good old-fashioned apprenticeships, but it's very, very difficult because of distance and jobs and families and all those things. So I always suggest to the techs that, that they find a mentor. That's not so easy. A lot of people are afraid to share their secrets, and some of you know my opinion on this. I'm not one to hold secrets. Maybe I give too much away, I don't know. But I think I want to turn this conversation towards you experienced techs. Maybe we need to approach it from a different angle. Maybe we need to reach a little harder to help some of these new students. Because if you think back to what it was like when you started, getting help, some of us were out there, it was like the Wild West. We were out there on our own. There was nobody to help us. There was no internet for some of us, for crying out loud. You couldn't get information. You were on your own. So think about where some of these students are now. Yes, they've got a lot of information at the tips of their fingers. That's kind of a two-edged sword. There's so much information. They're on information overload. They get as much crazy wrong information as they get good information. So I don't know that they're in maybe a better situation than we are or not. But I would strongly encourage you to pick one or two students maybe. And I know you can't spend all of your time, and I'm not saying to give them an apprenticeship, but I think that we need to remember where we all were when we started and be a little bit more open to helping them, through the rough spots. Because when you think about it, it's not about us, and the time and the money. It's about our industry. And if there's crappy work going on out there, if things are not floating well, the internet takes that and runs with it, and it affects all of us. So I like to see the positive going into these students. I like to see that our energies are being focused on them, and we're passing down the knowledge that we've gained. We're giving it to those younger students, and we're helping to build a stronger industry for all of us, because that's what's going to make us successful. It's no fun fighting these fights with all the botched jobs we see. I hate the negative attention that is put on the bad procedures. I think if we focus more on mentoring the young people coming up and helping them over the rough spots, we'd have a stronger industry all the way around. So that's my 2 cents today. Thanks for joining me.